Hey guys, welcome back to the Mighty PHI Games History and Reviews. Oh, I feel so weird. This is the first time I've said it out loud. So, today is I'm filming the season 3 finale of the comic book review. So how do I do this? So I've kind of divided up by the first ones I filmed like at the very beginning of this channel. That's season 1. Then I started up again I actually did, I think, 5-6 videos, like, lasted a while. Then I'm doing all that at season 2. And then season 3 is kind of where I started up recently, back in, like, August, September-ish kind of time. Until now is season 3. And so today, I said this is the season finale, mostly because of, I ran out of new comic books. So now I need to go in my old bins, in my other boxes, and just try to find, reread a whole bunch of them, and try to get some content. But so also, I don't really know, cause like I filmed this like months ahead of time. Like I said, today's Cinco de Mayo, and it's kind of like, I'm sorry, just checking the percentage of the tablet, and also, it's like, who knows, like, this could go up at the end of May or even June. So it's kind of like, what's the situation at that time of coronavirus stuff? Like, it kind of depends on that, like, what's the situation. But, yeah. So, and, like, like, I know for sure I'm not getting any new comic books until the end of the month. Because my comic book store I go to, nothing new is coming in. So I know that for sure. So by June-ish, I should have some new comic books. So basically, it's like a month of a break. But then, so yeah, that's pretty much all about that. Um, sorry. So, yeah, that's pretty much, that's all that's really going on. And also, yeah, I said I'm filming some Cinco de Mayo. And so let me tell you how how the comic book review works. I have a stack of comic books that I've read, and my mom has just recently read, because she's the one that buys me all my comic books. I kind of realized I'm probably only going to read them like once, twice, or maybe like 4 times my whole lifetime. So I pretty much give them to my mom because she buys me all of them anyway, kind of thing. And so when she finishes one, I put in a pile, and if I finish one, I put in the same pile. And once the pile looks somewhat big, I film a video. So yeah. So how I start I always do a 1-5 rating, like 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. But most comics get a 3. 3 to me is like the happy medium. Like, it's not bad, but it's not good. It's in the middle. Like, it's like it's okay. So yeah. So I always start the video with doing the top 10 hottest comics according to Go Collect, and like, it never really changes whatsoever. So today, this is our number 1 comic book for the week. Well, I don't know, as of Cinco de Mayo, and this is the Amazing Spider-Man number 361. This is the first appearance of Carnage. Next, we have Spawn number 1, first appearance of Spawn. Was it at? There it is. Then we have New Mutants number 98, first appearance of Deadpool. Then we have She-Hulk number 1, first appearance of She-Hulk. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man number 252, first appearance of the Black Spider-Man suit in the regular series. The next we have Spider-Man number 300. Is the first full appearance of Venom, first issue inked by Todd McFarlane. If I remember correctly, the guy who would create Spawn later. And the Spider-Man's 25th anniversary issue. I have a friend who actually has this comic book in Polish. So yeah, it's interesting. Then once again we have Uncanny X-Men number 266. This hasn't really been on here lately. Like towards the beginning when I started doing this, it was on the first couple of times. Now it just kinda went away until the last time I filmed, and now this time it's back. And then we have Venom Lethal Protector number 1, the first Venom self-titled series. And number 9, we have a new one. Yes, we have a new one. This is the Avengers annual number 10, first appearance of Rogue, and the first appearance of Madeline Pryor, if I got that right. And so, yeah, this is actually kind of nuts, because I kind of figured it out. Like, it's pretty much the same comics over and over again. Every once in a while, we get like one that's never really been on here before. Like, we had like the first appearance of the Taskmaster on one episode, and that's like the last. And then other than that, it's all kind of the same. They had Nova for one, but then other than that, it's kind of been the same comic books over and over again, really. So just having something like different like this is like, yay. So let's have Wolverine number 1, and yeah. So like I've noticed too that all of this is all DC stuff, and just it's all Marvel stuff. And there's no DC. Like, just look in the top 20. There's no, well, like there's only one DC comic, and that's Shazam number 1. So yeah. So in the Bronze Age, our top comics are the Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars number 8. I think I actually have a picture of that one. Yep, here it is. We have this, Marvel Secret Wars number 8. Then once again, we have She-Hulk number 1. Then we have the Eternals number 1. Oh, and also I forgot to say that the Secret Wars, that's the first Spider-Man symbiote costume. Like appearance. Then we have the Eternals number 1, which is the first appearance of the Eternals, and I do recommend if you see it, get it, because they're making a movie, and every time you see announced a movie, everyone wants that comic book. Then it's pretty much the, then once again, we have this one, the Amazing Spider-Man number 252, then we have Wolverine number 1, then we have the Amazing Spider-Man number 129, the first appearance of Punisher and Jackal, that's number 6. Number 7 is Spider-Woman number 1. We get a new complete origin, and the mask is added. Then number 8, we have Nova number 1, first appearance of Nova, and the origin. Then we have the Giant Size X-Men number 1, which is the first appearance of Colossus, Storm, Nightcrawler, Thunderbird, and the new X-Men, the second appearance of the Wolverine, and first appearance of Wolverine in the X-Men team. Then at number 10, we have Thor number 337, first appearance of Beta Ray Bill. Then in our Silver Age stuff, we have the Amazing Spider-Man number 50, first appearance of Kingpin. Fantastic Four number 48, first appearance of the Silver Surfer and Galactus. Fantastic Four number 52, first appearance of the Black Panther and the Negative Zone. Number 4, we have Fantastic Four number 49. Number 5 is Iron Man number 1, first Iron Man self-titled series. And Avengers number 48, first appearance of the Black Knight 3. Then number 7, we have Fantastic Four number 67. First brief appearance of him. Number 8, Silver Surfer number 1, first self-titled series. Number 9, Fantastic Four number 6, first appearance of Annihilus. The first appearance of Franklin Richards, which is the son of Reed Richards. Said his name, I forgot. Then at number 10, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 41, first appearance of the Rhino. Then in our Golden Age for this week, we have Strange Worlds number 1, Classic Comics number 1, Batman number 11, There's the Joker cover by Ray Flash Robinson. A third Joker cover and Joker appearance and Penguin appearance. Number 4 is Batman number 20. Number 5, Batman number 37. Then we have Batman number 45. Then Mad number 1, first issue in self-titled series. Then number 8, we have Mad number 2. Number 9, we have Crime and Suspense Stories number 22. And it was used in the Senate investigation of juvenile, sorry if I mispronounced this, delinquency. And number 10, we have Superman number 17. Those are, I guess, popular. Well, those are the top 10 hottest comics for this week and of the Bronze, Silver, and Golden Age. Okay, now let's get to the review and the comic book part. Here's the stack for today. We made a pretty good amount for the season finale. And, so yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it. So first I have Batman Beyond number 42. So this is, I guess, like, the end of, like, the story that they were doing. And so Terry McGinnis has amnesia, so he finally figures out, like, what's going on. And so this kind of ends, like, this, like, story, I guess, that's been going on since, like, number, like, 30-something kind of thing. So, almost, yeah, about maybe even 20-something. It's been going on for a while. So, now this is the last, like not ending it. So next there's the new story kind of thing. So this was pretty good. So I'll give it a 5-star review. I guess next I have Captain America number 20. And so I like the cover on this. So this is actually kind of getting like somewhat of a weird kind of series kind of thing. It was pretty good and kind of, you know, it was kind of good and kind of cool. Now it's getting really weird. So I think that ending this at issue number 24, just kind of how the storyline is going. And also how, you know, kind of what's been advertising about the next upcoming issues. So I'd give this like a 1 or 2. Okay, so next I have Wonder Twins at number 6. So this is actually a really good series. They ended it after a year though. And it's really good, so I highly recommend that you get it whenever you see it. Because it's really just fun to read. It's funny. And yeah, it's pretty humorous. And it's a good storyline and everything. So I give this one a 5. Okay, so now you have Simpsons number 4. So this was actually a pretty okay comic. I didn't mind it. And it actually came with as said on the cover, an exclusive Simpsons trading card. And so yes, so what was weird, there's actually 2 packages in there. One had the card, and there's blank, and it wasn't even open, but there's just nothing in it. I'm like, okay, that's weird. But you know, but just the fact that the card was actually still inside was kind of like a big kind of thing, I guess. So, well, to me, just because like this comic's almost 20 years old. And so it's just the fact that we still have the card inside was actually pretty good. So I give this one a 3. Okay, so this is True Believers. If you don't know what this is, it's just a dollar reprint of Marvel comic books. They usually use it to promote like graphic novels or movies. Like I bet when the Black Widow movie comes out, there's gonna be a whole bunch of like Black Widow comic books kind of thing for $1. So now this talks about the first Hulks, like, you know. So you know you have the Green Hulk that you all know and love today. These are like, you know, from the old 50s monster comics. And so this first one was actually really good. So basically, well, that's the Hulk. And what happens is, the guy, you know, finds him in like a ship, kind of in like a wrecked like spacecraft, kind of brings him back to life. Only to find out he's an escaped convict from a prison planet, and he wants to destroy the whole world. So, yeah. And then there's another story in there about a guy who builds like an Iron Hulk only to get trapped inside forever. So he actually leaves the key. So he goes in to create chaos in the city, but realizes once he got in and locked himself in that he left the key outside on the table. So yeah, he died. So yeah, I was gonna say 5. I really like like these monster comics because they end in like weird ways, kind of thing. Okay, so next I have Batman number 337, and this is this is kind of a weird story, and so Batman's fighting this like abominable snowman kind of guy, and so they go actually into his backstory to find out that that his mom was just on a a mountain climbing trip, and she got caught in a storm kind of thing. It was saved by a guy, and that guy got her pregnant. But after she got pregnant, she found out it was like an abominable snowman. So, yeah, and then they produced that. But other than that, it was pretty, okay, this is weird, kind of thing, but, yeah. I'll give this one a 3-star review. Okay, so next I have Blackhawk, number 190, and so if you don't know what Blackhawk is, it's kind of like, they're not really superheroes. Well, they're superheroes, but they don't have superpowers. So they're a group of people who don't have superpowers, but they kind of fly around in jets and kind of use the intelligence to beat bad guys. But the bad guys usually have some kind of weird piece of technology, or they fight aliens or monsters kind of thing. So I never got his expression, it's just kind of a blank expression, just standing in space kind of thing. I never really got that, but yeah. So Blackhawk is, I like it. It's pretty good, and so I'll give this one a 5-star review, mostly because it just has good stories, and they're not overly complicated like they are today. But one thing I want to point out is that it's about this bag it's in. It's called Mylar, and so what this is, I've talked about it before in past episodes. And so what it basically is in a nutshell is that it's acid free. So this right here, this is not acid free. So over time, this will actually start slowly eating away a comic book, but it takes years for it to start doing that. But this doesn't. So this never, eats away comic books. It's acid free, and so it's actually harder. And to me, it seems it makes the comic pop more and more crisp compared to these. But so yeah, that's what I personally think. But I could be wrong. But I think it just makes it pop more. And just make it look 10 times better. And so the thing is, you can get this pretty cheap. It's not too terribly expensive. You can get a pack of 50 of these for $20. So it's still pretty good. And this is stuff that museum. This is the kind. It's kind of plastic. Is what what museums use to preserve documents and stuff from getting, eaten away kind of thing. So, yeah, it's, and, even on, the cover, even on the package cover when I got it, it said, museum grade kind of thing. So, yeah. So these are pretty good and highly recommended for older comic books. If you, basically, I guess any comic books, any bag is good, but basically anything, I say, about 45 to 50 years and older, I would say put it in Mylar. That's kind of what I do. And then And so like whenever I get any, I just go to my oldest comic books and just go to the newest. So, yeah. And also, the rest of the comic books I'm going to be reviewing are my large. So sometimes when I say that usually means the old comic book. So, yeah. Next, got Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, number 44. And I know the staple placement's off. You can kind of tell that right away. But so, for some really odd reason, every time I kind of mess with Mylar and stuff, my hands get like a burning sensation kind of thing. I don't get it. It's weird. But at first I get used to it. So, this is number 44, and this was actually the Howler's first mission. And, it was a pretty good comic book. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I would read it again, whenever I get around to reading it again. And, yeah, so I'll give this a 5-star review. So next we have Green Lantern and Green Arrow. This is actually the first time I think I've had them on here before. So, yeah. So, basically, this is not a Neil Adams. And so the reason why I have this is because my mom accidentally opened it and ripped it because it got caught on the tape at the comic book store. I'm like, so we bought it. It was only $6, so it wasn't that bad. And so this was a pretty okay story. So like I'll give it a 4. Like it wasn't like amazing great, but I'll give it like a 4. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this one. And also, I think this is actually my first comic book with Sinestro in it, too. So, yeah. Okay, folks, this is the last comic book. I'll get to all, like, other, like, what I'm going to do next details later. But, so now this is, Detective Comics, number 355. And I find it funny that, like, only 4 issues later would actually be the first appearance. If I remember correctly, like, 4 issues later would actually be the first appearance of Batgirl. So, yeah. Then I have another comic that's 253, so, yeah. Got some. So, I really like this cover. It's a pretty cool cover, and I like that checkered kind of thing up there. And yeah. So this is actually a really good story. And so basically what it is he was a boxer and he's never been won, but if you beat him, he would take off his mask. So no one knows what his identity is and who he is. So then he starts robbing banks and stuff. Well, Batman starts figuring out that he robs banks and stuff, and well, I'm not gonna spoil how it ends. But so this is a really good comic book and story. So I give this a 5-star review. Okay, guys, so this was the last episode of Season 3 of the Comic Book Review. I don't really know what's going to come from the future. Like, I might come out with more. Don't really know when. It depends when I finish my graphic novels. So then I can start reading, like, my older comic books again. I think I'll probably start reading, see a whole bunch of boxes over there. Probably start with that one, just work my way that way. So the ones in the vault will be last, so something to look forward to. And, so all I can say, like, if you do start it up again, just me, like, reviewing my old ones, it's gonna be, like, a lot of, like, the same. So it'll be, like, a whole episode, like, with the Simpsons. And it's something like that. And also, like, if my mom finishes any, I can probably, like, once he finishes enough, I can probably put one out. Like, I don't know, but it also depends on, like, the situation that's going on at the time, too, like COVID-19 and everything. So, I would like to know your favorite comic book out of all of them. Just put down in the comments below, and just if you have any cool facts about these comic books and stuff, or like anything that you like, like basically like if you have anything about these comic books, like hey, the cool comic books, or like hey, I like the Sergeant Fee is my favorite comic that you viewed today, stuff like that, because I like to know, because I'm curious like that. So put it down in the comments below. So also, if you have any questions, answers to the questions being asked, like complaints, or just like good job, good video, great vid kind of thing, put down in the comments below. I reply to everyone's comments if they're replyable. Like if someone just types in a random word, like let's just say if they just type in the word like comic, I'll be like, okay, let's reply to that guy. Or like if we had another earlier one, the comment was taken down, and it was like coronavirus girl, something like that. A website that if I probably clicked on it would get me a virus kind of thing. Then I don't reply to that either. Some guy posted that on the last comic review, I think. Yeah, it was just weird. Like I just like, yeah, we got 2 comments already. Both of them got taken down. Don't know why. The one was actually pretty. The one was actually okay, and I did reply to him like, hey, thank you, kind of thing. But the other one was just something weird. And I even checked on the guy's channel, and the guy had no videos, so, So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Bye!